What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd do a quick reaction to the transfer window and how I think Celtic done in the transfer window, basically. Well, in my opinion, that was fucking disgraceful. No surprise, really. The club just doesn't give a fuck, basically. They're basically saying, we don't give a fuck what you have to say. We're going to stick tight and stick to what we know, which is spending fuck all. It's outrageous, it really is. We brought in a guy from Freiburg who looks shit, I have to be honest. No disrespect to him. His stats are not good. We got a winger called Joel. I can't pronounce his second name. And we got a Benjamin Arthur from Brentford on loan. Why are we getting loans? Loans piss the fuck out of me because they're not our players. Look at Simpson Hughesy. Did that work out? No, it didn't. He didn't get any game time, really. Complete waste of time getting a loan deal in. It's not good enough, simple as that. Arnie Engels, the whole situation with him in Nottingham Forest, an absolute disgrace from Celtic. Because Celtic didn't have anybody to replace him, it's absolutely outrageous. Why did they not just go for Mazalise from Motherwell and get Mulligan in from Hibs as well? That would have cost a decent amount of money, but still, Celtic should have done that. They should have gone and got Dolberg as well, potentially. They should have gone and got a lot of targets that they were linked with. They were linked with the guy from Italy as well, the winger, who decided not to come to Celtic. No wonder why, because Celtic probably didn't offer him enough money and stuff like that, and were pissing about in transfer negotiations. It's an absolute joke. Not impressed whatsoever with it. 0 out of 10. Again, this transfer, these people who run the club have absolutely no clue what they're doing. Drives me insane. It really does. The Celtic collective have called a boycott of the Dundee game. I don't know how that's going to go because some people won't do that. People won't never boycott. So I don't know how that's going to work for the collective. But I think it needs to happen now because the board ain't listening. The board not taking it seriously. They think they're better than everybody else. They've left Martin O'Neill, a club legend, in an absolute state for no reason. It's an absolute joke. He's come back and helped us this season. He's been the best thing about this season, Martin O'Neill. In the Europa League, we're playing Stuttgart in a few weeks' time. We haven't recruited well enough. We're going to get beaten that, in my opinion. But yeah, the way the club treats the fans, Martin O'Neill, everyone, the players, everything is an absolute joke. You know, we got to stick with players like bloody Ralston, for example, who are simply not good enough. Yeah, Benjamin Arthur can cover centre-half, which is good. There was a lot of talk about Maida possibly going. Never happened. He said he's going to stay to the end of the season. He's definitely going to go. Hatate, if he went on deadline day, I wouldn't be upset. He's been so poor for a long time. Engels wanted to go. So simple. Celtic would turn it down because Celtic are useless and they had no one else. That's literally the only reason why they did it. If they had somebody else in, they would have sold Engels 100%. I don't know if he's worth 25 million because he has been hot and cold since we signed him from Augsburg in the Bundesliga. But, you know, an absolute joke as it is. The boycott, Nicholson needs to go. Desmond needs to sell those shares and get out of the club. He literally is the real problem. It's all right blaming Nicholson. Nicholson is useless, but he's just a puppet for Desmond. Brian Wilson talking about unity a few weeks ago. What a load of crap, you know. There hasn't been a response from the club since then. Absolute joke. The club is useless. The fans have every right to shout at the club and these board members because they're just not good. They're not good for anybody. All they're in it for is themselves. It really does my head in as well. I've got an headache they're talking about it, to be honest. The game against Aberdeen tonight was been called off because of the weather. So we have a game in hand on Hearts, who lost to St Mirren last night, and Rangers, who play Kilmarnock at home tonight. So we want Kilmarnock to get a result there against Rangers because Rangers will jump above us, obviously. But we will have a game in hand on Rangers and Hearts. Obviously, Hearts losing to St Mirren is a really good result for us, and Rangers, obviously. But yeah, overall, the transfer window, 0 out of 10, absolute joke. I encourage anybody to boycott. I know it's not what people want to do, but that's the only way the board are going to listen. You know, let's get the attendance down, you know, to 10,000, for example, towards the end of the season. Then the board will have to think, well, what on earth's going on? You know, that'll hit them financially. Keep doing not another penny campaign as well. I think that's hitting the club as well. Good, because they don't deserve any of our money. Simple as that. I mean, I don't give money anymore. Stopped years ago because of these people, but people are starting to do it now. They're starting to realise that the board doesn't care. They're only in it for themselves. But yeah, we'll see how we get on in our next game against Dundee on Saturday in the Scottish Cup. We're at home. It'll be interesting to see what the attendance is like. Probably protests against the board as well. The Celtic fan collective said as well they're going to continue protesting until the board does something about it, which they're not going to do. So protest it is for the considerable future. But yeah, that's my opinion on the transfer window. Just an absolute joke. Not impressed with it whatsoever. I wasn't not surprised. Loans, what a surprise. Absolute joke. Rojo as well. Looks decent, but that's a loan. You know, he's not our player. Again, just a complete Scarachi as well. Is he going to stay? I don't know. But thanks for watching, guys. Very disappointing. Please boycott Celtic. Anything to do with Celtic, don't boycott it, because I don't deserve your money and your attention. They're crap. Simple as that. I'm listening to games on the radio. I haven't watched the game in 8 months now, because the club just, these board members make me feel sick. This team's rubbish as well. Some of the players we've got are absolutely terrible. But yeah, that's my opinion on the situation. I'll be back with a reaction to the Dundee game on Saturday. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.